Good morning, students. Welcome to the online classes of R.R.B group of schools. Today, we shall learn the fourth lesson of your textbook, The Rat Trap. The Rat Trap is a story written by Swedish writer Selmer Lagerlöf, whose story has been translated into many languages and an universal theme runs through over them. A belief that the essential goodness of a human being can be awakened through kindness and love, and that is the theme of this story. There are some characters mentioned in this story, and they are the rat trap seller, the crofter, the iron master, and Edla Wilmanson. So let's start the story. The story is about a poor man who used to sell rat traps for his livelihood. One day he thought that the whole world is nothing but a big rat trap, and all the attractive things of this world is a bet for catching the poor fellows. One evening during his journey, he came to a cottage and he knocked the door for asking the shelter. An old crofter opened the door. He was very kind-hearted and generous. He not only gave the rat trap seller food to eat but also tobacco to smoke. He was very glad because there was no one in his family to share his loneliness. Next day, both men got up in good reasons. The rat trap seller went away from there, but when he saw that the crofter had gone from his house, he came back and he stole his 30 kroner. After committing the theft, the rat trap seller was very afraid of being caught out, and therefore he left the public highway and followed the twisted way of forest. The first hour of his journey did not give him any trouble, but later on his condition became miserable because it was a dense forest and the way was very twisted. He tried his hard to come out of the forest but did not succeed. At last it was getting darker and he was also very disappointed. He put his head down on the ground and thought that his definite time had arrived. But just then he heard some big hammer stroke from a certain direction. He summoned his strength and went there, where he found an old forge, which name was Ramjo's Iron Works. It was a mill, and after reaching there, he also asked shelter to spend the night with the main blacksmith and his assistant. Just then, the owner of the forge, the iron master, came there, and in the uncertain light of the furnace, he thought that the arrival person, his old regimental friend, Captain Von Stel. He requested him to go with him to his manor house, but the rat trap seller refused to go with him. Why? The reason was that he thought to go with him his manor house was like throwing himself into a lion's den voluntarily. So he refused his proposal. But the iron master sent his daughter Edla Wilmanson, and she requested and assured him that there would be no harm with him. The rat trap seller agreed, and he went to their house, where they celebrated Christmas festival. On the next day of 26th December, Edla and her father went to church, where they got the news that the rat trap seller was a thief. They were very afraid because they thought that the rat trap seller had stolen their money and their other articles. But when they reached their home, they found that nothing was stolen. Besides, the rat trap seller gave a present to the Edla Wilmanson for the Christmas, and that was a small rat trap. Inside the rat trap, he put 30 kroner of the old crofter and a letter for thanking Edla Wilmanson because he behaved very well in spite of knowing the fact by her father that the incoming person is not his old regimental friend. That was the summary of your lesson. Have a nice day.